Hello fellow YouTubers, BexarPrepper here. Today we're going to do bananas. You'll have to excuse the view. I have misplaced my tripod mount. And so I'm using my little portable one because I can't hold it and do the bananas at the same time. So all you do is peel them and slice them. And you're going to get sticky, you're going to get messy. So be in the mood to do it. One of the things that I just found out, a friend of mine was researching, if you have high blood pressure, so you have salt issues, if you eat bananas, they actually help control your salt because they work in conjunction with your salt intake to, I'm not sure how to word it, but to keep it stable. So all I'm doing is dipping them in honey. The honey tastes really good on them. They do take a little longer to dry, and they don't store as well, but they taste really good. And so all I did was warm up some honey in the microwave and then drop the bananas into it. Some people like to add water to their honey to dilute it. I don't like adding water to my bananas at all. They get kind of fuzzy when you add the water to them. And so in order not to get that fuzzy, soft feeling, I just dip them directly in the honey. And we're going to set this over the sink to drip for a few minutes. And we'll start the second one. So let me come back to you when they're done. Let me show you a little trick with bananas. If you were to grab a banana out of the center of a bowl, you get a lot more honey on it. But if you drag it up the side of your bowl so that it's flat on the bowl, it'll actually pull the excess honey off for you. And it makes it a whole lot easier. Can you see that? And so I'm just dragging it up the side. And it just works so much easier. You can slice them on a diagonal like I did this batch, or you can slice them perfectly flat. It's your choice. They all come out the same. I'm just trying to speed it up because you get less slices when you slice it on a diagonal. And they're just a hair bigger. And then you put them on your dehydrator tray and dry them. Trying to remember, I think it takes about 8 hours with the honey, maybe 10. A couple more hours than you would normally do your bananas. Almost done. Okay, so we've got 3.5 trays of honey bananas in our dehydrator. I set at 135. We used a 1/2 cup of honey. We do have some left, which I will use in a peanut butter and honey sandwich because it's got banana in it. So we're going to let this go about 6 hours and check it. If you have a round dehydrator, rotate your trays at about 6 hours. Move the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. Or in the center to out of the center. Now, one of the things I mentioned to my subscribers was for like the sweet potatoes or the pumpkin puree. If you buy these cutting boards, they're multicolors. You can get them at the dollar store. And you can cut them into circles and cut a circle out of the center and use them in your American Harvest dehydrator or your Nesco dehydrator as permanent fruit leather trays. So give that a shot, and then you want to have to always have saran wrap on hand. And for $1.50, you know, you can buy a couple of these and you're set forever. They wash up really nice. Okay, so here's the final product. I got 1 jar out of a bunch. They don't flatten out as much as regular bananas because of the honey. And you need to make sure you keep them out of the air or they'll get moist. They're caramel tasting, hard, so they crunch, but they're really good for you. They don't store as long as the uncovered bananas. So keep that in mind. They aren't necessarily for your long-term storage, but they're a wonderful treat and they're good for you. Blessings.